Hey everyone, welcome back. So, first of all, disclaimer, despite having two cameras that are fully functional and that are great, one is dead, the other, for some reason, isn't working with my lighting, and so it looks like I'm recording at midnight in a pitch black room. So I'm filming on my phone today. Luckily, my phone camera isn't horrendous, and so that's just kind of what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna do a little bit of a throwback and film on my phone. Let's just jump into it. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be giving my thoughts and a little first impressions on the Florence by Mills brand that just launched. It didn't, well, okay, let me backtrack. It didn't just launch. It launched a little bit ago. People got to use it, people ordered it online, this and that. It just launched in Ulta this past week. So that's where I got it, because that's where I spend 99% of my life, is in Ulta. And so I picked up two things. I wanted to pick up more, but you know, it's a little bit expensive, and so we know a little bit expensive, so I didn't get a whole lot. I just got two things that I really wanted to try and that I haven't heard a whole lot about. So the first thing I got was the Like a Light skin tint and the Glow Yeah lip oil. First of all, I just need to tell you guys, I love how everything is named. I think it is so cute, and it's just fun, and it's very enjoyable. Now, I acknowledge, like a lot of the people who have reviewed this brand so far, this brand is very much clearly geared towards younger girls, probably in that preteen, early teen years, who are just starting to get into makeup, but want to wear something that is better for their skin and not heavy and cakey, which I love. I love the idea of embracing your natural beauty and embracing how you look just as you are, just kind of enhancing it a little bit. And that's what I've always loved for makeup. That's one of the reasons I got into makeup to begin with. And so I love that. And so I'm very glad that there is a brand encouraging girls to wear makeup, but encouraging them to love how they look naturally. And I just love that, because everything that launched from Florence by Mills is very basic. It's a tinted moisturizer, it's a very light coverage concealer, the lip oil, there's a mascara which hasn't launched in Ulta yet, which I do definitely plan on trying. I look forward to that. And then of course she launched skincare, which I'm so excited about. I definitely want to try some of the skincare that is in that line, because it looks fun. I definitely want to try those radiance pads, and I want to see if they're a dupe for the First Aid Beauty radiance pads, because I love those, and I would love for those to be a dupe. Let's get started. So I picked up the skin tint and the lip oil just because that's all I could grab at that time, and those are what I really wanted to investigate. Let's talk about the lip oil. First of all, this retails for $14. So here's my thing, that's kind of expensive. And this brand was put on the mass side, or I mean the drugstore side of the store in Ulta, because it's not super expensive, but it's definitely more expensive. And so one of my concerns is I don't see girls going for this in place of their Neutrogena product that is $6 and significantly worse for their skin, definitely, or another lower end drugstore brand. I haven't used Neutrogena in years, so I don't really remember what the ingredient list would look like. But that's one of the things I noticed with this entire brand as well. Yes, it is definitely not high-end luxury prices. It is definitely more expensive than what I see a 12-year-old being able to afford. You gotta make your money somehow, so you know, there's that. So this is the this is the Glow Yeah lip oil. Let's read the claims. This retails for $14 at Ulta. Let's see. Let's read the back here. So it says, this lip oil serves serious looks and hydration while adding a pop of shine for that glow yeah feeling all day long. No more dry lips, African mango butter, and Paracris flower keeps us looking fresh and cute. And that's all it says. It is... I'm pretty sure these are free of parabens, phthalates, and all that fun stuff. It's also cruelty-free and vegan, which I love. I have the shade F10. So this is the lightest shade in the skin tint. It did pull, I swatched it on the back of my wrist, and that obviously is not the correct way to shade match, but it's what what I was able to do at the time. It pulled a little bit warm, but I was expecting it to be way too dark. I wanted to get the concealer as well. I was going to get the concealer instead of the lip oil, but the concealer was definitely too dark. The concealer is darker than the skin tint, and obviously you don't want to do that. And so if you are about my shade, typically the lightest shade in everything, and even those are typically too dark, the concealer won't work for you, but this might. We're going to see how it looks on. I'm not sure. Let's read. Sometimes we want to glow and we just can't. This non-greasy skin tint gives us all the glow we need, but is still sheer enough to let our natural beauty shine through. Made with plant-based oils and nourishing moisturizers to make our skin look and feel smoother like a little dewdrop. I love the descriptions on all these products. I love the names, I love the description, I love the marketing. Overall, I think that was done beautifully by Millie Bobby Brown. I think her and her team did an exceptional job. Like, good for y'all. This is so much fun. And I think when you're developing makeup and skincare for a younger audience, you do need to make it fun, because otherwise they'll get bored and they won't use it. They'll just grab whatever they can and slap it on their face. But if you make it fun, I feel like they're more inclined to spend a little bit extra if they can, or have their parents spend a little bit extra, because it's more fun. And I know that, shoot, as an adult, packaging still gets me. I realize now, I started a thought like way a while ago about how I acknowledge that this brand is geared towards preteens, and I am not a preteen. I am a grown woman. I never finished that thought. So there's my thought. Let's break into this. It says that you should apply 1 to 2 pumps onto skin with fingertips. Add a little more if you want, just because. I'm not going to apply it with my fingertips just because I will not apply makeup with my fingers. That's just not how I do things. If I do apply makeup with my fingers, it's things like cream blushes and that kind of stuff. But I don't do that with like foundations. Now, if you're 12 and you need to slap on it because you slept in way too late and you gotta go to school and you still want to wear your tinted moisturizer, heck yeah, girlfriend, use your fingers. I'm not gonna. That's just not how I do it. I definitely plan on trying more from this brand. Don't roast me just yet, folks. It comes in a pump, which I love. It reminds me of the CC cream by It, which I can't use. So I'm gonna pump a little bit on the back of my hand. Okay, here we are. Oh, maybe it won't be. I don't know. We'll pump a little bit more. And I'm just gonna use my finger to dot it onto my skin. I do not smell any fragrance, which makes me happy. I think her stuff is supposed to be fragrance free. I don't remember if it is or not, but now let's just get to blending. Wow, okay, hello, coverage. Wow. Kinda gonna buff this in a little bit more because she got some coverage. Ooh. Oh, hello. Okay, yeah, it's definitely sharing itself out. Like, I thought we were gonna be a full coverage queen just for a second there. Okay. It's looking lovely on my skin. It's not really... okay, so I can definitely tell this is a fragrance-free product because the fragrance it does have is kind of gross. It doesn't smell good, but I don't think that's a big deal, personally. Okay, so something's happening, which I've noticed with certain products like this. I don't know if you guys can tell, but on the places where it's dried and I've applied more product, it's picking up. I wonder if it's because that's how it's mixing with my skincare or what. Because it is balling up on my fingers. Okay, so I had all of my skincare on underneath this, but I think what I'm actually gonna do, I'm going to take it off and I'm gonna put it on nothing on my skin. We're gonna see how it does when there's nothing on my skin, because it is definitely, it's not reacting well to whatever skincare I have on underneath. So I'm gonna grab some of my micellar water real quick and then we'll try it again. Okay, so that's definitely an immediate problem. I don't know if it's just with my skincare or if it would do that with all skincare, but that is definitely a problem because, of course, we are trying to encourage young people who are starting to wear makeup, even if you're not starting to wear makeup. We should be encouraging our younger kids to do their skincare, and if this doesn't react well to skincare, that's not good. So I have just cleansed my skin real quick with my CeraVe Hydrating Micellar Water, just to add a little bit of hydration since I'm not putting anything on top of it again. I'm having a little bit of trouble taking to my nose, but most things do. Even if it's a full coverage foundation, it typically has trouble clinging to my nose. So it's kind of normal. I have to say, the color is really good. I like that I can just kind of smear this around. It blends effortlessly. Like I'm just kind of smearing it around and it's doing its thing. I'm getting a little bit of dryness on my forehead, but y'all know my forehead is the Sahara Desert, and so I always get dryness there. Now I do have to go to work today, so I will be wearing this all day. It is hot today too. I think it's supposed to be like 90 something degrees today. And so we will see how this holds up in heat and at work and all that. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on my cheeks just where I'm really red. And then we will continue from there. Definitely has a beautiful glow to it. It's just definitely clinging to some dryness here on my forehead. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's definitely clinging to some dryness. Kind of a tacky finish, better than I was thinking. That's enough highlighter. That's enough, calm down. Okay, so next I'm gonna put on some mascara and then we will come back and we will do the lip oil, okay? Okay. All right, so I have mascara on, so let's do the lip real quick and then we will just go do things, okay? So, the lip oil has no fragrance, it has no taste, and it also doesn't have a color despite looking like it has a color. I don't know. And I used too much, but there we go. Here's my problem with it. It feels like a dry oil, and so it doesn't stay hydrating for very long. I can tell you guys that now after having worn it. It's not very hydrating. So I do recommend wearing a lip balm or something else under it because it is kind of dry. Now, the cool thing is it definitely is like a clear gloss. It's very glossy, it's very pretty, but it's not super hydrating and it doesn't have any color, so you need to wear a color underneath it, otherwise you're just gonna look moist. $14, I was not impressed with this, like at all. Let's mosey on over to natural lighting to see if I can get any, and then I will show you guys the close-up of how this is looking. Okay, so natural lighting, it looks like I have no hair, but here we are, natural lighting. This is what we are looking like. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I got a little bit of dryness coming through here around my nose piercing. This is what my forehead is looking like. Definitely dry looking in my opinion. And of course, not everything translates super well on camera, but this is what we are looking like. We are very glowy, and I love how glowy it looks. I think that's really pretty. But we are very glowy, so we're gonna see how long it lasts. It's a little bit tacky, but it honestly just feels like I'm wearing moisturizer. Like it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything crazy. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything heavy. I don't feel it on at all, so it's very lightweight. I think the big test is gonna be how it wears. I don't have any creasing anywhere yet because there's hardly any product there. But I mean, yeah, we're looking It's looking really, really pretty. I really like how it looks so far, besides my forehead, but I know what's going on with my forehead. That's just how it is. So I think currently the only two downsides that I'm noticing is that it doesn't react well under my skincare or on top of my skincare, and it definitely clings to dryness and breakouts. But that's all I have to say about it so far. So I will probably check in with you guys when I get home from work. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Hey everyone, so a little bit of an update. I have had all of my makeup on for about an hour at this point, and maybe a little bit over an hour. So we're getting a little bit of funkiness going on here. I'm starting to get very textury. I don't know if y'all can see this, but we're starting to get pretty textury here in my cheek. My chin completely rubbed off. I actually had to reapply that, and I didn't really do anything. So I had to reapply my chin already. Everything else is starting to get a little bit textury. We're not looking as smooth and as flawless as I was hoping we would, which kind of sucks. The lip oil has already worn off. That is completely gone at this point, so I'm gonna have to reapply that and probably take it with me to work. But, so we are not looking as good as I was hoping we would be only an hour and a half in. Hopefully, as my face starts to moisten itself, hopefully the texture and the dryness will start to go away, because I'm not super jazzed about how all that's looking. I usually never texture on my cheek, and that's happening pretty wild right now. So I'm hoping that that goes away. I'm not getting any creasing or anything like that, which is sick, but we are definitely getting textured. That's kind of what's going on. I wanted to do a little bit of a check-in, and because I know the next time I talk to you guys will be after I get off work. So that's what's going on. Not too hype about how we're looking, only about an hour and a half in. So see you in a little bit. Hey everyone. Okay, so final check-in. As you can tell, it has been about 10 and a half hours at this point since I put everything on, and it's changed a little bit, and I'm kind of bummed about it. The tinted moisturizer is completely gone on my face. It's not there anymore. Around, I would say probably 2, 3 o'clock today, I looked in the mirror while I was at work, and I said, there seems to be nothing on my face. And the problem with that is that I would have been fine if it all just, kind of worn off, absorbed, whatever the heck it did, Nope and Narnia. But it didn't. It clung to all of the dry patches I have. So right in here, along my chin and my whole forehead, any dry patch, it's clung to. And so I just look kind of dusty, and it's gross, and I'm upset about it because it would have been fine. The product, the tinted moisturizer underneath my blush and highlighter managed to wear off without even bothering those. So I don't know how this happened, but it did. I haven't touched my face. For those wondering, I did not touch my face at all today, but it still managed to leave the planet. So overall, I have to say I'm pretty bummed. I was very excited in the beginning because it looked beautiful to start. It looked really, really pretty to start with. I enjoyed it, honestly. I thought it was very nice. And then around 2 o'clock, which was probably only about 4 or 5 hours in, it was completely gone. Like, it wasn't just smeared, if I touched my nose. I can rub my face and nothing will come off because there's nothing there anymore. And that just kind of sucks. So I would give you guys a close-up of how we're looking, but there's nothing there. It's gone. Except for like my dry patches, which I don't really think you guys can see in this lighting because who needs good lighting? It's fine. It's fine. So that being said, not impressed. This wears off within an hour. This wears off completely within about 4. So kind of sucks. I'm pretty bummed. I was really holding out for it. I've been trying real hard to find a good tinted moisturizer with decent ingredients that I like, and the search continues, I suppose. So that is my thoughts on the new Florence by Mills skin tint, as well as the lip oil, whatever, the lip oil. Those are my thoughts. I'm not impressed, and I'm kind of bummed about it. I think it's way too expensive for it to be wearing off as soon as it does. I think however much the skin veil from NYX, I think it's like $7 to $10, lasts longer than this $18 tinted moisturizer. Pretty bummed. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this yet and if it worked better for you and what you do to make it work. Yeah, just let me know. Just let me know in the comments. Tell me how it works for you. If you like it, if you don't like it, you know, go on in the comments. Let me know. That's all I got. So there you go. I'll see you guys later.